where equality is just another euphemism for mediocrity, where participation is more highly valued than achievement, where just enough to get by is the new standard of excellence. There is a small minority of people who fight back against such apathy, who struggle daily to reach new heights. These brave few are the hope for the future, the bright shining light for the next generation. They are the ones who will lead us to the places we have never dreamed of, to the undiscovered country, to reach goals only a few can even begin to imagine. Unfortunately, none of those people could be here tonight, so kick back and relax. Prepare yourself for several hours of fun, friendship, fascinating conversation, and fabulous music. All those F's, that's an alliteration and kind of a radio trick. Speaking of radio, you're listening to the most popular radio station in the history of broadcast radio, at least among stations that originate from Chris's living room. It's Curious Times. Your host is Curious Listener. Here she is, Chris.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Curious Times. It's Saturday night. Corrine DeWinter is here, and it is December 22nd, if you can even believe it. So Corrine's here, and it's perfect timing, in fact. So everybody who's here knows Corrine, but there could be the odd person. There would be an odd person. It's a little bit of an odd person that actually listens to this show anyway in the first place. So. And the odd person might not have heard about the very famous Corrine DeWinter. Although she's impossible to sum up and describe in what paltry little time and space we have, but we try. Corrine is a writer. She's a poet, award-winning author. She's a psychic in her spare time. She's the owner of purpleplates.com and creator of much very cool, awesome, interesting, wonderful jewelry, energy products, including some jewelry, and the most awesome spray that I say everybody has to get this Ostera. And, oh my God, you know what? Like, just get a purple disc is great. Get a purple plate or a purple disc or a purple whatever. But really, the thing is, don't leave that website without ordering some Ostera. Beautiful. It's the most amazing thing, and it can brighten my mood just like that. If I can stop and think about it, then that's one particular aromatherapy that works for me. Anyway, all of that aside, she's also an artist. She's a radio show host of her own. She's a paranormal. Highly and extremely interested involved in the paranormal, including paranormal investigating. And, I'm sure I'm missing a bazillion other things. But you can also, in an ad hoc basis, find Corrine's own show at blogtalkradio.com/supernatural radio show. And you can go to her website and you find her art and her books and all that kind of stuff at www.CorrineDeWinter.com. And the reason I say Corrine is because it's not Corinne. It's Corrine DeWinter. Anyway, and of course she is the owner of the long-running company, purpleplates.com. And so go to purpleplates.com, buy some stuff, and get some Ostera. It's like one of those things, like if you were at a checkout stand, you'd like look over, and if it was like if they happened to have the aroma of that wafting in the air gently, everybody would be leaving with also. They went there for a jug of milk and they left with Ostera. Anyway. But you can't buy it at your grocery store. You must go to purpleplates.com. Okay. So that's Corrine. Let's go get Corrine, and then I'm going to say it's good timing. But hey, Corrine, how are you? What's going on?
Guys, it's been busy, very, very busy.
Good.
I always have to remember people wait till the last minute to order, and that's exactly what they did again, you know?
Oh, geez. Well, I'm glad that you're busy with the purple plates. That's a good thing. So listen, I want to say good timing because there I am yesterday minding my own business. You know how I like to do that, just sitting there minding my own business. And then my doorbell rang, and I'm all like, what? Who's at my door? Who is at my door? And so then I look out the people, and there's like, I could see like the mail truck guy driving over. I'm all like, what? So anyway, I go and there's like 2 packages out there. I'm like, what? And so anyway, one of them was, of course, a package from you, which had lots of those Indian spicy stuff again and all that. And so that's very awesome. Candy equals gone. Candy gone. Corrine threw a few little sweets in the package. And so thank you for that. That's perfect timing. And then the other package, I'm like, well, what is this, right? And so it's a little, it's every now and then, just out of the blue, unsolicited, these people at Llewellyn, will send me books. And so they sent me 3 books. One is called The Witch's Altar, and it's by Jason Mankey and Laura Tempest Zakroff. And it's The Craft, Lore, and Magic of Sacred Space. The other one is a little book of cat magic, Spells and Charms and Tales, by Deborah Blake. And then there is A Psychic's Life, What's It's Really Like by Michael Bodine. And so, all of a sudden 3 books showed up in my... And I like them because, except 2 of them, because they have a lot of green on them. And I love the color green, right? So anyway, so that's interesting. But the star of the day was Indian stuff, so that's awesome. And I went and ate that breakfast thingy, ready to eat, warm it up, breakfast stuff. I would never be able to say what it was. It was pretty good anyway, so...
Yeah.
CJ has wanted that book by Jason Mankey. Really? Yeah, it's just that. Which one? Because that's right. She's the witchy one, hey?
Yeah.
Witchy. Well, maybe one of these days, real soon, I'll send it your way then, you know what I mean? Let me get a few things in my life sorted out, like a car that works. And it'll be in pristine shape anyway, that much you know, right? So there you go, Corrine. So thank you for that, and what a nice little surprise.
Well, I figured you would, instead of sending you the dinner, you can use those anytime you want, and they're all so good,
Well, yeah, absolutely. What did I do yesterday? Like I had some macaroni basically. So here's what I did. So I had like an orange bell pepper, like an orange pepper, you know what I mean? And then I had some onion, and I had some fresh ginger and some fresh garlic. And so I was cooking the noodles, and then over there I'm like, dicing and slicing up that. Then what I did was I threw all that in a frying pan with some olive oil, and then I took some of this paste. It's like a paste. One of the packages has like this paste. And I took just a little bit out of it and mixed it all around and all that. Tasted awesome. So
I bet.
You can use it for just about anything. You can use it for just about... You just got to be creative, you know what I mean? So I could have made rice, and it would have gone really well with rice too, but I was happy with that.
Yeah.
So anyway.
I want to say, and I hope she doesn't mind, but Penny, who's on, is listening right now, Penny's going through some heavy-duty chemo right now, and I've already put out the call for prayer. And if you guys, and I hope this isn't annoying to anybody, but if you guys could just say a prayer that Penny gets through this and is clear, that would be wonderful, and I appreciate it. And I know, like, Diane's in here, and Diane's already praying, and some other people in here are already praying. But if you could just say a prayer and just send her some really good energy, that would be wonderful.
Of course. Yeah, geez, that's sad to hear. So why is my camera got broken, but I'm going to be getting a new one probably within the first week of the new year. And so we'll get that back and up and running. And then my, see, like the poor camera, it's just all like, I have to look at this bitch every night. I'm not doing it anymore. And the camera broke. You know what I mean? So the camera was in protest. It was like, human beings have the occupational health and safety, a right to a safe work environment, and a right to refuse unsafe work. And so that camera was like refusing unsafe work right there. But anyhow, okay. So so what's going on? Are you just having a quiet Christmas, or what are you doing there, Corrine?
I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything Christmas Eve, and then I'm going to my 88-year-old neighbors on Christmas Day.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So that's about it, and that's how I like it. Quiet and low key. I don't like this, I've gone to a few parties in the last few days, and I can only take so much parties. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I don't know. I like it quiet myself. You know what I mean? And so I totally get that. But that's nice that you have that little old lady that's. You watch, a woman's going to leave you $20 million when she...
Right. Oh, she will not. You call her a little old lady. She is little and she is old, but she is out there doing all kinds of stuff. She does way more than I do. I mean, I'm like, where the hell did you get this energy, lady? You know what I mean?
Yeah, really, hey? I'll have what she's having.
Yeah, totally.
No kidding. So what's been going on, like, with you? You've been so busy working. Are you having much time for your psychic? Had any very cool psychic experiences?
Yes, I have. In fact, yes, I have.
I'm shocked.
The other day was my mother's birthday.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm always like, for those of us that loved our mothers and lost our mothers, that we were close to, it's so, like, I always see things I want to buy my mother, but I can't. Yeah. And so I said, what can I do for her? So it happened to be that Myrna had an appointment open on my mother's birthday. Mm-hmm. So I said, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to ask all my brothers and sisters to call in, and they can, into my show, because that's how I record the readings, and we can all say happy birthday to my mother.
No.
So now only my older sister, Marilyn Munster, didn't agree to it, but the rest of them did. And so we get, and Myrna had no idea that they were on mute on the call. She had no idea what day it was or anything. So the first thing I say to her is, Myrna, who's around? And she said, well, your mother's here, of course. She said, the queen is here. And I said, okay, that's what she called herself, a queen. And and then she says, and some guy named Nikolai, I said, all right, let's bypass Nick, whoever that is, and ask my mother what day it is. So Myrna says, your mother's saying 1935. Now, that's the year she was born. So I said, okay. I go, yes, it's her birthday today. So anyways, one by one, my mother was able to talk to all of my brothers and sisters, and also my cousin, because my mother was a twin, and her twin sister was there, and her son was there as well. So that was the greatest freaking thing ever. I swear. It was wonderful,
Oh, that's great. Now, but the others will have to be bothered to listen, is basically what it means, eh? Your brothers or whoever did it.
Yeah, I mean, Right, so I talked to my brother the other night, my oldest brother, and I said, because Myrna said something to him through my mother that was, there's trouble in Shenandoah. And I heard his wife in the background say, oh my God, but I didn't know what trouble in Shenandoah meant. So I asked him the other night, I said, what did that mean, there's trouble in Shenandoah? And he said, well, we lost the house. And I said, well, I know you lost the house, but what are you talking about? He goes, well, Shenandoah is where it was. It was on Shenandoah Street, and we lost the house. I said, all right, how the hell is she going to know that? What do you mean? And so just kind of looked up on Google. I go, you didn't even know you were going to be there. It's because you know your last name. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, right. So I
Whoops, we're losing you. We lost you. Oh, there you are. Barely. Okay.
All right. Sorry,
okay.
I don't know.
No, that's okay. It's good. It's okay. It's okay.
Okay. So it was. It's a series. It's always a series of trying to convince people that don't quite believe, but I didn't get upset about it. I was just like, oh, you got to be kidding me. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. But, so anyways, my mother was happy. My mother was thrilled. She said she was so happy to talk to all of us. And it was a really nice gift that I could give her, you know, so I was very happy about it.
That's awesome. Like, and that's all that matters, right? Is whatever benefit came to any of your siblings, that's on them. But if you received your benefit and your mother received her benefit, then that's win-win right there.
Totally. Yeah. So, I mean, and so at the end of the reading, I said, so who is this, you know, and you're going to be in awe about this, but I am like floored about this. So she said, I go, let's go back to this, whoever this Nikolai is. She goes, okay, it's Nikolai. I said, wait a minute. What does he look like? She goes, he's got dark hair, a mustache, and dark hair that's kind of like back. And I go, is it friggin' Tesla? And she goes, yeah, that's who it is. I go, wait a minute, what? And so she goes, yeah, so she said you've been asking for him. I go, yeah, I have been asking for him. She goes, he says he has ideas he wants to share with you. And I said, all right, well, we have 10 minutes left in this reading. I don't think I'm going to be able to talk to him today, but I definitely want to talk to him, you know what I mean?
Yeah, tell that Tesla guy to book another appointment with me, and we'll have our little chat then. Just tell that Tesla to come. Come another time. We're sorry, we have no time for you right now.
I know, and that's what sucks about it, right? So I said, will he come back? And she says yes, and he's saying that he can come into your dreams if you're amenable to that, and then you can write down when you wake up what he's telling you. And I said, of course I'm amenable to that. And I said, I'm no genius like you, Tesla. And then he came back and said, I find that in disparaging yourself, there is no point. And he's like this long explanation about stop, you know, disparaging yourself. And I'm like, oh my God. But anyways, Chris, can you imagine, not even just talking to Janis Joplin and John Lennon, but can you imagine how thrilling that is for me? You know?
Oh yeah, no kidding, man. Yeah, well, go get all the secrets and go get rich. Put them to work for you. You know what I mean? But he has to be of some use if we're going to keep him around. You know?
No kidding. And the thing is, I had been asking him to come through. You know? And it seems like whoever I asked to come through, in my mind, like actually does come through. You know what I mean? So that's how powerful we are. You know what I mean? Like us, like calling on people and you know, from the other side. It's like, you know, and I know I can be tiresome to listen to if you're not into this stuff. But I'm so into it. In fact, you know what happened that was so interesting today is that I was at some bar that was closing like last week, and I saw this guy on the way out, and I'm like, oh, he's kind of cute, but I couldn't stop to talk to him because I had to leave. So I happened to be on Facebook the next day, and I see, you know, how those pictures come up that say, you might know this person or whatever. So his picture came up, and I said, oh, I'm going to friend him, right? So I friended him, and he he didn't call. He messages me, and he said, didn't I see you last night at Hugo's? And I said, yeah, I didn't know if this was you, but it looks like you. So he said, do you want to go for a drink sometime? And I said, of course, you know. So it turns out that he's a movie producer that just moved back from L.A., and he tells me today that, he goes, I was looking at your timeline to get an idea of who you were, and I saw that you're into this stuff. He goes, I just pitched a series to ABC on a lady that loses her husband but can take photographs that have to do with what's going to happen. Now, I know what that is. It's called, I can't remember the name of it, but anyways, a long time ago, there was a guy named Ted Serios, and this was in the 1960s. He could take thought photographs, like he would think of, say, the Empire State Building, and put the camera up to his temple, and he would take pictures of all these places, you know, that would come out on the film, the places he was thinking of. So this guy who's writing to me says, did you know also, because I mentioned Ted Serios, he goes, did you know also that there was a guy in the early 1900s in Japan that did the same thing, but people didn't believe him? It was 1916, and I'm not sure at that time how they took photographs, but they were plates or something like this. So the guy took all pictures of monuments and famous people at the time, and then he said, I'm going to take a picture of somewhere that no one's ever seen. And that was the dark side of the moon. So there's pictures of the dark side of the moon that this guy took through his mind that exist. Now, that's fascinating, you know?
That's very interesting.
Yeah. So anyway, so I thought it was just so strange that I happened to friend this guy, and then all of a sudden, So I can't wait to get together with him. You know, we'll get together and we'll talk. I mean, I think he's very creative. Obviously, he writes films and things like this. So yeah.
Yeah, perfect guy for you.
Yeah, it sounds like it. You know, we'll see.
Awesome. Well, he'll get you hooked up, you and Renee. He'll get Renee a show. She probably doesn't want a show, though.
No, she doesn't. She doesn't want a show.
She would probably want a show if no producer ever told her a fucking thing. A thing of what she should do or not do. You know what I mean? Exactly. Because, I mean, you know, just by being on TV, you look a little bit hokey because you're on TV. But I know that Renee if I could get the gig, I'd so be doing it, and you would too. You know what I mean? At some gig on TV that you could make money, all the money you needed, and then and be on TV, easy peasy. Sign me up, Buttercup.
Right. Now, Nancy's saying in chat, Nancy, very interesting because we were talking about this the other night. Nancy's saying, I have been very intrigued with Tesla and have found in research that Donald Trump's uncle, John G. Trump, was very involved with Tesla. Now, the other night I was on the phone with a couple friends, and one of the friends said that John G. Trump was one of the guys that went in and took Tesla's stuff when he died. And I had always heard it was George Bush's family member that had done that. So I've got to do some more research on that, Nancy, but so fascinating, you know?
Yeah. Well, there's this. Let's just see this quick. Here. So, of course, the FBI. Okay, but so after Nikola Tesla was found dead in 1943 in his hotel room in New York City, representatives of the U.S. government's Office of Alien Property seized many documents relating to the brilliant and prolific 86-year-old inventor's work. It was the height of World War II, and Tesla had claimed to have invented a powerful particle beam weapon known as the death ray that could have proved invaluable in the ongoing conflict. So rather than risk Tesla's technology falling into the hands of America's enemies, the government swooped in and took possession of all the property and documents from his room at the New Yorker hotel. So then what happened to those files from there remains a mystery and, of course, ripe for conspiracy theories. And so after years of fielding questions about possible cover-ups, the FBI finally declassified 250 pages of Tesla-related documents under the Freedom of Information Act in 2016. So there's a link to that. So I'm gonna open that in the new, and then I'll send that to you. But yeah, that's very cool. And well, I mean, listen. They could say all about that they want that weapon, you know what I mean, and that, but the reality is that they didn't want free energy landing in anyone's hands, and so, you know what I mean? I'll bet you that they were more interested in snuffing that out than anything else. But so that looks like a new interesting. Thanks for mentioning that there, Nancy. Now you gave me another several hours worth of stuff to put on my to-do list. Thanks, eh? And there's some very cool information, and you know what? Maybe you get a little bit more truth every little, you know, it's been a lot of years, and so every now and then maybe a little something new slips out, you know what I mean? Let's see, so here's Trump, let's see. So the scientist's name undoubtedly rings a bell as John, okay, here, let's go, okay. 3 weeks after the Siberian-American inventor's death, an electrical engineer from the Massachusetts Institute of Technology was tasked with evaluating his papers to determine whether they contained any ideas of significant value. According to the declassified files, Dr. John G. Trump reported that his analysis showed Tesla's efforts to be primarily of a speculative, philosophical, and promotional character, and said the papers did not include any new sound, workable principles or methods for. He probably stole it all, you know. So anyway, the scientist's name undoubtedly rings a bell, as John G. Trump was the uncle of the 45th U.S. president. The younger brother of Trump's father, Fred, he helped design X-ray machines and greatly helped cancer patients and worked on radar research for allies during the World War II. Donald Trump himself cited his uncle's credentials often during his presidential campaign. My uncle used to tell me about nuclear war before nuclear was nuclear, he once told an interviewer. Of course, right? And so anyhow, at the time, the FBI pointed to Dr. Trump's report as evidence that Tesla's vaunted death ray particle beam did not exist, outside of rumors and speculation. So to me, you know what I mean? Oh, so here's a Trump, right? He's got all this guy's stuff, and yeah, he just tells, no, don't look, nothing to see here, FBI, nothing to see here. Keep on moving along. I'll just go ahead and destroy all this useless, worthless junk, and you guys don't worry your pretty heads about it. I'll take care of it all. And off he goes, you know what I mean? But so there's something to that possibility then. If it was vetted through him, right? And on the outside, on the end of that, we have an FBI report that says there's nothing that was found of any value in any of that papers, right?
Right.
Which is just so absolutely ridiculous and unbelievable on its face that, you know, it doesn't even.
Awful. Yeah, awful.
Yeah. But so either the FBI is covering it up, or Trump stole it and said, "No, nothing here, nothing, junk, petri dish junk, junior high science tricks here." You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, so the stuff that the Freedom of Information Act stuff here, there's nothing really revealing in that stuff. And I think that they released like the minimum amount of stuff that was innocuous.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But it depends, because, every now and then, like I say, in this good time, stuff gets out, and, you know what I mean? If it's part of a cover-up, then now you have to decide, you know what I mean, did the government cover it up, or did this Trump guy steal it all, and, the government never saw it hide nor hair of anything of Tesla's. I find that hard to believe, but whatever.
I'm going to ask them.
Yeah, ask them. Put it on the list. Put it on the list of questions. And let's get to the bottom of this. And then we'll go on TV and say, we solved it. We know where the where is, and there's some there, and some hamburger on that patty or whatever, on that bun.
Right.
Hamburger. It's a burger. It's a everything burger, not a nothing burger. It's an everything burger. A loaded burger.
Loaded.
Nothing burger. But anyway, very, very cool and interesting stuff.
Yeah. Now, did I tell you about my Rockstar show, the last one? I don't know if I already told you that.
Yes, you
I
did.
did? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm so excited about that. And the next show with the Rockstars, I got one more show. I think I can do one more and just have a whole book about it, because I've had personal in my personal readings, I've also contacted Rockstars. So I'm going to use those interviews as well in the book. And the next show is going to be David Bowie, Freddie Mercury, Jimi Hendrix, and Jeff Buckley. Now, you might not know who Jeff Buckley is, but I love him, and, he did the version of Hallelujah, my favorite version of Hallelujah, and he has this wonderful album before he died. But actually, the album came out when he died, because he already finished recording it, but he had a kind of a mysterious death, too. So, I'm so excited. But as I was saying to my roommate, it's very hard. I'm breaking up.
I'm breaking up, yeah. Go ahead, try again.
Okay.
Yeah.
This damn thing. Okay. I was saying to my roommate, it's a really kind of a lonely existence.
You're fading. You know what? What if I just add you onto my Skype call? Let me throw on a song. I'm going to throw on a song, okay? And then I'm going to get you onto my Skype. I have a feeling it'll work better that way. So go ahead and hang up, and then I will call you in on Skype, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you bet. We'll give that a try. Let's see. I'm just going to quickly find Christmas song here. Let's see. No. Come on now. Okay, let's just go with this. No. No, here, okay. No. No, yeah, this one, maybe no, yeah. Here, here.
Come rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay, for Jesus Christ our Savior was born on Christmas Day, to save us all from Satan's powers when we were gone astray.
hello?
Oh, that's really loud.
Oh, that's really loud. All right, let me turn down my speaker. How's that?
Mhm.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay, good. Thank you for calling me.
Okay. Wait. Oh, I know. Maybe the song's not playing anymore. Hang on.
Okay.
Okay. Now is it playing? All right. Okay. So.
Who was that?
Stop. Okay. That was, what's her name? Annie Lennox.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Mhm. Must be before she went over the deep end or what? I don't know.
She went over the deep end?
Well, I heard that a few years back. It might not be true.
Oh.
I see Dan listening in. Hi, Dan. How are you? Hope you're not working too hard. Hi, Sherry. How are you? Nancy's there. Marie, Diane. How are you? And Christy, CJ, Diane. So Diane in Canada and Diane not in Canada. And then we have a few callers. So we have okay, so Dan is one of them. Then there's like a 704 and a 954. So that means that Penny's not listening no more and 858 is not listening no more. So that's okay. We'll get 704. I wonder if that's a 954. 954. Okay. You want to grab one of these? You want to find out? Okay. Well, I don't know who came first, the chicken or the egg. So we'll go to 704. Hello, 704.
Well, hello there.
Hey.
Hey. Nothing much. What's up? Guess who?
Is this Diane?
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay. There you go. See, I was like, didn't know who the heck that was.
I didn't know I was going to get picked up either. So that's pretty funny.
Well, there you go. What's going on with your bad self?
Oh, not too much. Not too much. Been actually trying to I've been having some back issues, and it's affecting my left leg, so it's been fun.
Yes. Compensatory injuries. So that's not good to hear.
No.
But you're not pushing up daisies yet, so.
No.
No.
We'll talk to you this way, but after you start pushing up daisies, we'll talk to you through an EVP machine.
Oh, stop.
Okay.
Stop. Oh, my God. You are not right.
Talking to this over here. Tell everybody what it's like. Tell us what's going on. Give us the scoop. Exclusively at Curious Times, live from heaven. It's Diane.
So Diane wrote to me, and she knew it was my mother's birthday at one point, and she said, and I said, that I was going to get this reading done for my mother as a gift, and she actually had a kind of moment where she knew her mother wanted to give her something. So, Diane, I hope you don't mind me saying this, but
no, I don't mind.
So Diane actually bought something that her mother would have gotten for her if she was here, and I think that is so cool.
That is cool. Very cool. I mean, there's a neat thing you could do, knowing your heart anyway. Like, is there a nursing home anywhere near you, Corrine?
Of course, yeah.
Hey, so go buy something for your mom, and then go donate it to a lovely old woman over there at the nursing home that maybe doesn't have anyone even visiting her.
I always do that. I do that anyways.
But what I'm saying, because earlier you said, I want to buy something for my mom and I can't. I'm like, sure, go buy something for your mom, and then you and your mom together can go and give it to some other poor woman.
But no person in a nursing home would want a flashy ring or flashy bracelet. That's what I get from my mother. Something totally impractical.
And your mom was the only woman in the world that would like something like that, right?
No, but she was my mother was very, all right, for instance, she wore bracelets and rings, and there was a ring, or at least one or two or three rings on every finger, and the total opposite of me, you know what I mean?
Right.
Then she was wearing 13 bracelets when she died.
She's like a gypsy. Is she got gypsy blood in her?
No, but I love the gypsies. No.
She got gypsy blood in her. I bet you guys both got gypsy blood in you. I bet you do.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
Probably.
Yeah. Isn't that interesting? You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
So, Diane, while we have you here, I do know, obviously I know Diane somewhat, but I'd like to give her a message if I could. I know, Diane, right now you're kind of betwixt and between, as we often are in life, let's face it, But I also feel that, I don't know where this is coming from, but I'm feeling like when I look ahead to the next year for you, it's like I see an actual drawing of rays of sunshine for you. They're orange and yellow, and I think that means that it's like there's right at the point where we think it's so dark and hopeless, and is this ever going to happen for me? We do get that. We do enter that space where everything is possible, and you got to lean toward it. You got to lean toward those rays of sun and light in order to actually grab what you're looking for. I don't know if this makes sense to you, but what I'm saying is you really have to take this into your being, Diane, and move forward in the way that your mother would have done, in the way that you have in the past done, and just freaking plow ahead. You know what I mean? Because I do see this house, and I've always seen this house. And I know, like I said, you're betwixt and between things right now. And but I mean, this goal is within your reach, and I just really feel that strongly. You know.
Okay.
Now, when you know, and I know, like, I know you're not lazy about looking for opportunities, but I think sometimes you're missing the opportunities because you're thinking, you're looking for one thing, but it's really not the thing you're looking for, so you ignore it. So I say to you, keep your mind very open about these these little paths that will move you ahead to the degree that you can have that dream come true. You know, we oftentimes, like, I do this myself. I'm like, that's not what I wanted. But it's like, man, just pay attention to everything that comes in your path and look what might happen. You know what I mean? Even if it seems like, oh, that's not the best thing. But you know what? I know recently you did that. You took the chance. You jumped and you took a chance. And you got to keep doing that. That's what I'm saying to you.
Gotcha.
All
Okay.
right.
Thank you.
You have been Corrined.
I have been
Yeah.
That is hilarious.
You have been Corrined. And so,
Oh my God,
so
I
anyway,
that.
I hope that you have a great holiday season and a wonderful year ahead.
Thanks, girls. I wish you both a very Merry Christmas.
Oh,
And a Happy New Year if I don't talk to you before.
And a Happy New Year. All right. Okay, so thank you. Let's go. Okay. Oh no, the other person hung up. They got scared.
Oh no.
They got scared. Or they were
Yeah.
mad.
They got scared because they probably thought they were just going to listen, just like I thought I was just going to listen.
No, because somebody was pushing the one button, so it must have been them. Because I heard the little click in my ear. You know what I mean? But so now they went all off in the huff because I didn't take their call first. I don't know what happened. Maybe their call just dropped. So anyway,
it goes to show I'm very good at scaring people off. Very good at it.
Oh, stop. I want to know how you keep managing to, I don't know, meet all these interesting people, Corrine.
Oh, well, so I met that wrestler the other night.
I know.
Yeah.
How did that
His
come
name's
about?
Marty the Mall. Okay, so my cousin, Nino, was hanging out with him, and he said, come down and meet us at the casino downtown. And I was like, who is Marty the Moth? I never heard of the guy. But I haven't been into wrestling for years either, you know. So anyways, I went down. Yeah. So I was like, I'm just going to go down there and I'm going to, you know, whatever, have some fun. And so I just went down there, and he was such a nice guy. He was so nice, you know. And, but yeah, so I just went into him, and here's the thing, Diane, I'm not afraid to go up to somebody and say, hey, what's up? You know what I mean? Like, and you got to be open to that stuff, you know? I mean, it's not always a good thing to do that, but I found that I've met, due to my not being afraid to go up and approach somebody, I found that I've met a lot of cool, interesting people, you know, so that's it, you know. I know, it's funny. Yeah, it seems like I'm a jet setter, right? That I'm always like off here, but I'm not. I mean, I don't even hardly ever go out, but when I go out, it's for a good reason.
Amy's the jet setter in the family.
Right. She is. She definitely is.
She probably has more air miles in the year than any of us.
No kidding, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
and Marie has more nautical miles. That means that means on a boat, not on a road.
Yeah, well, Marie gets around a lot too, actually.
I
right?
heard that about her. She gets around a little loose. You know what I mean? You know how these girls are. They get around and around and around.
Right. Oh, shit. But yeah.
We should get Marie to call in and get her reading.
I know, Marie.
Come on. Don't be a party pooper. She always has some excuse, you know.
I know. Well, she's like the queen of selling clothes on.
I know, right?
What is it called? It's like she's always getting some awards there. I can't remember the name of the place, but she's like the queen of it. You know, she can sell any freaking clothes. You know.
Awesome.
And I wish she could come into my closet and sell these clothes. You know.
Well, there's nothing in my closet that's worth selling.
Yeah. Well, I got a bunch of old vintage clothes that don't fit me anymore, and they're gorgeous dresses. You know, they don't fit me anymore. I gained a little bit of weight, but whatever. You know.
Right. Hey, haven't we all? Oh my God.
No kidding. I know, right?
Hey, it is what it is. It's not fat. It's just like skin, like it's succumbing to gravity.
Right. I mean, you know, so Penny had asked me earlier, you guys, did I think that, you know, we've talked about this somewhat before, did I think that when we come into this life, we choose our illnesses, or we choose to be ill in a certain way? And, you know, if we do believe in the life plan, the life contract, soul contract, then we have to believe that. Is that right? Or what do you guys think about that?
My thinking is a little of both. So if it's going to be the prominent, one of your prominent themes in your life, you know what I mean? One of your prominent storylines, right? Then yes. But it could be as vague as, you know, I'll have some form of, you know, I'll have some illnesses, or I'll have some health struggles, or I'll have, you know what I mean, and not in specific, right? But if there's that's just my theory, you know what I'm saying? And so I think a little bit of both, you know? Like, if you could think about, like, you know, I mean, we all get the, you know, flu, or some people slip and fall, you know, whatever. Like, these are just, like, aggravating things, you know what I mean? And who knows, you know, what of thousands of reasons each of those could be. But if it's meant to be, like, one of your main, you know, bullet points in your plan, then I'd say, yeah, you actually chosen that. But what do I know? I'm just an alive little mortal old woman, you know?
Right.
Nothing to go by on that. But it's just my way of thinking about it. So anyway.
Right. No, I hear.
Yeah, so let me take another quick peek and see if anybody's called. No. There's Boo Boo. Hi, Boo Boo. See, I called Boo Boo here. See, Boo Boo shows up. I say Boo Boo's name, and now Boo Boo shows up. See?
Right. Awesome.
Yes. I was going to say the name of millions and millions of dollars. Millions and millions of dollars. Millions and millions of dollars will now show up for anyone I know who likes me. They have to like me. You know what I mean? Hi, Kathleen Moore. I see Kathleen Moore there. It would really be bad for somebody that really doesn't like me very much at all, and who maybe I don't like very much at all. Very bad for them to win millions and millions and millions. Well, it would be good for them, you know what I mean? I wouldn't want to take it away from them. But if I were if I was wasting wish energy, my wish energy would go into that somebody who likes me gets it.
Right. Yeah, obviously, right?
Of course, getting shorter by the day, but yeah. So Now, if I could just manifest the millions of dollars the same way I manifest people around here, you know what I mean, then be laughing. Laughing.
Yep. Now, as I said, okay, so I had an incident this week where a friend of mine was worried that she wasn't going to have enough money. And I kept saying to her, I need my shows transcribed and I'm willing to pay you. But she kept fighting against me and saying, I don't want you to pay me. You know, you've already done so much for me. And I said, you know what? If you worry about it that much, but then you don't look at what's before you, like a friend needs help, then, and I said, so finally I talked her into accepting the frickin' money. I said, you know, I'm paying you, and, you know, do you not see that this is part of what, you know, the whole...
The cycle. It's a... Of course.
Yeah. And so finally I talked her into it, thankfully. And so she's like, she just was so thankful. And to me, it's like, I need this done. I'm going to pay someone to do it, and I'd rather pay you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anyway, so she's going to do it. But I have to say, I know I'm all over the place here, you guys. I'm going back and forth. But does anyone know an Alfredo, or something like that? I don't know. Let me just leave that there. But I don't know why that just came to my mind. But the other thing is that when opportunities come, we have to be able to recognize them, as she should have recognized that to begin with, but she was too fearful of accepting things that she felt like she didn't deserve. So it's like, really, let's ask ourselves, what do we think we deserve? Right? Guys?
Yeah.
I deserve good things. You deserve good things, Chris. Diane, you deserve freaking great things, like we all do. So let's accept that. Let's own that. You know what I mean?
We all deserve Oprah to show up and say, and you get a car, and you get a car, and you get a car.
Exactly. It's hard, though.
Yeah.
It's hard.
I know, but tell me why, Diane. Why is it hard?
I guess for me, it's I'm one who likes to just, I don't know, I feel like, I don't want to say that I don't deserve it. It's just that it doesn't, I don't want to say that it doesn't seem right either. That's not the right word I'm trying to find. I don't know. Let me think of the right word that I'm trying to think of. I just find that it's hard. I'm so used to giving things that it's hard for me to accept something for that. Does that make any sense?
Yeah. But I mean, so tell me why. I mean, if I was like this guy that came up to you on the street, or a girl that came up to you on the street, and I said, I want to give you $10,000, would you say no?
If somebody came up to me and said, I want to give you $10,000, just out of the blue, I would say, why?
And I'm going to say, because I have it and I want to give it to you.
And then I would still say, but why? You don't even
because I want to give you this money because I know you're going to use it to your best and highest good, you know, and why won't you take it?
Because I wouldn't feel comfortable taking.
All right, so what?
Thing.
All right, but tell me why you're not comfortable.
That I had nothing to offer to give back to that person.
Okay. That's where you're having a mistake, because just being who you are and putting out your love and understanding and patience and everything else that you put out on a daily basis, that is payment enough. Do you understand?
She's not talking now. She's not talking to you no more.
I just I don't know. My thought isn't that what everybody's supposed to be doing? Shouldn't everybody be you know?
Oh, okay. Here's the whole thing, though, right? Let's say everybody's supposed to be giving of themselves and being charitable. If every single person was a giver and everybody refused to be a receiver, all them givers would have nobody to give to.
Good point. Okay. Point taken. I get it.
And so as you've heard the terminology, we're all a student and a teacher at the same time. We could also, therefore, be a giver and a taker at the same time, or a giver and a receiver. You know what I mean?
But I find it very hard to be a receiver.
Well, you just have to learn to get over it. I was there, you know what I mean? I was worse than you probably back in the day. Now, if someone wants to send me beer money, I'm all for it.
I mean, Diane, this is the point I'm trying to make with you is that, and I'm not picking on you by saying this, but you really don't believe that you deserve anything more. And we have to believe in our bodies and our minds and our souls that we deserve this, man. And you got to own that. That's got to be part of your being. I'm not saying that is what has stopped anything in your life. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying that you really, you know, it's like, you know how many bodies we have? Like, we have like 5 bodies: ethereal, spiritual, physical, blah, 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 blah. Take it into each of your bodies that you deserve better. Peace. And I'm telling you, it's so important, and I didn't realize this because I am like you, Diane. I'm like, I don't deserve this. And, you know, now I'm like, as I'm getting older, I'm like, screw that. I freaking deserve it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you do. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got to work on that.
Well, I mean, because what you're doing is denying, okay, the great pleasure that you feel when you've done something nice for someone, you're denying that same feeling to someone else is what you're doing.
Mm-hmm. Right. Right.
I mean, I can tell you the sad story about the elder, my Cree elder that always used to come and visit me at work. He loved to be around me, blah, 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 blah. And so one day he comes to the office, and with him he has, now I've seen all his, you know, a lot of his stuff before, so I already knew this, but he had received, of course an elder receives many gifts in a year. He was at a level that, like, he was often invited by various government officials to come and be a speaker at something and blah, 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 blah. And so over all those years, of course, he's receiving many gifts. You know what I mean? And so he had received from a lieutenant governor of Canada a Métis sash, and I knew that when he was showing me that and saying, oh, I got this one from I was like, oh wow, like that's amazing, right? That's awesome. Not just because it's a sash, but because it's of who it was, who gifted it to him. And so anyway, he comes to the office this day, and he pulls this sash out and tries to give it to me. And I'm like, I could not possibly take that from you. You got that from a lieutenant governor, blah, 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 right? And so I never accepted it. And I think I did the wrong thing. I think that I was really supposed to accept it, and I probably made him feel really bad and insulted. You know, but I didn't want to accept it because of the value that I placed on it for him, and it wasn't for me to place that value. You know what I mean? If he felt that he wanted to give that, then it shouldn't matter whether the paper boy gave it to him or the queen. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so it wasn't for me to attach that value. although I did, I did, right? I mean, I think part of that was when we were kids even, we were like, never accept any gift from anybody, especially anything expensive, blah, 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 right? And so that was probably somewhere in my hard wiring as well.
Mhm. Right. So you're right.
There you go.
Because when you do try to do something good for somebody and they're like, I don't want to, I don't feel like it, and it's a real letdown for those of us trying to help somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, listen, we're all guilty of this.
Sorry, I'm cutting you off, but like if we look at it this way, because I always go to the extreme example, right? So if you and I are walking in the desert, Diane, right?
Right.
And I go to give you water because you're extremely dehydrated and you refuse to accept the water. Don't bitch to me that you're thirsty.
I would not refuse the water.
Well, there you go.
I would accept it with gratitude and thank you. Because
it's life and death, or what? Or because you put in that scenario, the value of that water is life-saving, right?
Correct.
Which means it's like invaluable, right? Like it's like priceless.
But see, in the same token, though, my brain would also be thinking, okay, how can I pay this person back?
Okay, well, and that's all fine, because nobody has a problem with the pay it forward stuff or this or that, you know what I mean?
Right.
Right? But in that moment, like, give that person their own just satisfaction and good warm feelings of that they did something nice for you or helped you in some way. You know?
Yeah. Like Kathleen's saying, pay it forward. By paying it forward, and it is like this chain letter of sorts in life, right, you guys? So someone sends you a chain letter, and they're like, oh, you got to do this, even though there's a threat with the chain letter. And I can't stand those things. But it's sort of like the same thing, like, I'm going to do this for you, and you're going to turn around, and you're going to trust people more, and you're going to be open to people more, and you're going to help them more. Now, we hope that that's the case. That's not always the case, of course. Yeah. But it's just so important because, not to sound like a hippie, but we are all one. I mean, let's face it. We're all freaking one.
Indeed. And I can prove that.
Funny.
I shouldn't be doing that. Okay. Oh yeah, that's a nice song too. Here, let me see. It's gonna freeze. See, every time I go to search for a particular song in my stupid thing, it like spins around for 3 or 4 minutes, all frozen. My media player. But anyway, we'll let it spin, and I'll get a song up. But yeah. So there you go. That's all we know about that, and then some.
Okay.
Mhm.
So next time, stop yourself and go like, okay, and say to them, I'm going to do a favor to you by accepting that $10,000. You can thank me now.
Well, I will keep that in mind if anybody ever offers me $10,000.
Well, now all of a sudden they might, just because we're manifested for you. You know what I mean?
Right. Totally.
Yeah. So I'm gonna play this song because I love this song and it gives me an excuse to play it, and I love it, and I haven't heard it in a long while. So only 3.5 minutes. Here we go.
Okay.
As one we walk this earth together, as one we sing to her our song, peace with our own as one we walk this earth together. As one we sing to her our song. As one we love her. As one we heal her. Her heart beats with our own as join with her, our mother. As one we feel her sacred song. As one we touch her. As one we heal her. Her heart beats with our own as one. We walk this earth together. As one we sing to her our song. As one we love her. As one we heal her. Her heart beats with our own as we join with her, our mother. As one we feel her sacred song. As one we touch her. As one we heal her. Her heart beats with our own as her heart beats with our own as one.
All right. That's Janine, and I actually had permission to play that. Oops. Okay, so love that song. Love that song.
Yes, I do too, Chris. Who is it?
Janine.
Okay, so where did you get that from?
Years ago. I mean on YouTube, but if that's what you mean. But yeah. Janine, there's a couple of other awesome songs too. I love that though. I love it. A little mix of like a little native, you know what I mean? Sounds a little earthy. Love the drum. Love the drum.
Yeah, and her voice is awesome.
Yeah, very awesome. Yeah.
So I'm reading.
Wait. Hang on, let's get this caller because I don't know if it's the same one as from before, but yeah, 858 is back. 858 is back. Let's get him while we got him. 858, you're live on the air with Corrine DeWinter.
Hello, Corrine.
Hello.
Hello, Chris. How you guys doing?
Good. Who's that? Who's 858? 858.
Yeah, I'm 858.
Yes. What's your name?
My name is Roxana.
Oh, Roxana. How are you, Roxana?
Good, thank you.
I'm not a psychic over here, so I need people to tell me their name. Corrine already knew it, I'm sure, but you know what I mean? Okay, so what's going on? How did you find the show? Are you a fan of Corrine's?
Well, I knew about this show long time ago, but sometimes I come too early, sometimes I get there too late, and today was just the right time.
That's right, the Three Little Bears. Okay, very good. So do you need Corrine to help you with something?
Yeah, if I could ask for a mini reading from Corrine, that would be nice.
Sure.
Sure. Is there anything you want me to focus on, Roxana?
Yeah, for 2019, do you see love, like something significant in terms of love and relationships?
Did you say the name Jean?
2019, like next year.
Oh, I see. Okay.
The last 2 months were so stressful. I just don't know. This holidays kind of they don't feel yet as holidays, but I hope that in January things will get better.
Yeah, tell me about it. Okay, so I wrote down some stuff for the next caller that wanted a reading, and I'm going to tell you what I wrote down. I wrote down the name Frank. Do you know of Frank?
Frank?
Yeah.
No, I do not know anyone with the name Frank.
Dead or alive. Could be someone dead or alive.
Not sure.
Francis.
Okay. All right. So, and I also got westward ho, which means there's something west of you that might be of interest. Okay. And I don't even know where you are, Roxana, but I'm saying there's something west that is going to be of particular interest to you, and I'm not sure how far west, but also that the guy has a crew cut. And I know this sounds weird, but so, and I think he has glasses too. But anyways, and I know this probably doesn't even sound like your type of guy, but I think that there is somebody in the new year, and there's something where he's west of you, and he's got a crew cut or very short cut hair, and also I see tulips around the house. I know this sounds very weird, but this has been in my mind for like a half hour now, so I have to give it to you like this. But also, so are you planning a trip west of where you are right now at all?
I was planning to have maybe a couple of weeks vacation in summer, but it's still in the air, so nothing has been planned. I was just thinking it would be nice to go in somewhere for a couple of weeks to relax and just to enjoy. I don't know. Mm-hmm. I was thinking Europe, maybe to Europe, and so I didn't make any plans. It's so far away.
Well, Europe sounds excellent to me, and that is west of you, right? Or not?
That's what? I'm sorry.
I said Europe sounds excellent to me.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do, this year. Next year, I wanted to do Europe. Mm-hmm.
Because let's face it, Roxana, American guys are so freaking boring and ridiculous.
Oh, no. I'm not looking, I'm going with my daughter. I'm not looking for guys in Europe. No. I'm not bringing anyone with me, no. I have no interest in that.
No, I think you should look for men in Europe, because I would go out the European if I ever met one that I liked.
No, it's complicated with green card and everything. No, I would never do this.
Okay.
Too much.
Okay. All right. So west of you, look for Frank or somebody, Francisco, something like that. And I think it has something to do with business, where you're going to meet this gentleman. Something to do with your work. Also, did you just, I'm just going to ask this, did you just dye your hair another color?
If I bought myself another car?
Did you just dye your hair another color?
Oh, yeah, well, I did dye my hair because it was a long break, but it's still the same color. The thing is that it was damaged in summer, and I had to wait for 3.5 months, and I just did dye it, the same color. So, well, it's slowly recovering from the damage that I had from the hairdresser. It was very unfortunate in summer. It was terrible.
Okay, yeah. No, bad hair, it makes every day terrible. But, so I think it has something to do with your work. Something to do with your work where you're going to meet a guy. And this isn't necessarily a man that has to do with what you're doing, but he's on the outskirts of things. I just feel like he's thinking you're so sexy and beautiful, and I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but hopefully it will play out as I'm seeing it right now. But
it's not someone that I know, because there's a guy who comes to my work. He's married. He's very unattractive. He's very short, but he's married, and he keeps saying that he likes me, and I say, I'm sorry, I'm not interested. You're a married man, but we just chat and laugh and everything. But his name is Jack. No, I'm not interested. He's a married man. He lives with his wife.
Yeah, it's not Jack. It's not Jack. It's somebody new that you haven't met before.
Okay.
I also see, I can tell you all about him, but I mean, I'm trying to figure out how you're going to meet up with him. But you have some sort of date or plan or something in February or March that will take you west to a town where you're going to meet him, and I'm not sure. You're going to have to look at your schedule and see what is going to take you west, but just be open to, kind of running into this man and take note. If someone comes up to you and starts talking to you, what is he about? And, and like I was saying earlier, a lot of times we choose people that we would normally be attracted to, but sometimes it happens that guys we wouldn't be attracted to are actually the perfect match for us. And you will find yourself having deep feelings for that person nonetheless. So that's what I have to say to you about that. And I see, like I said, February and March. And so check and see, and if you don't have anything going on in those months going west, figure something out to go west. Somewhere, and I'm not even, like I said, I don't even know where you are, Roxana, but I feel strongly that there is something pulling you toward the west. Somewhere.
I mean, I'm on the West Coast. Yeah, I'm on the West Coast.
Okay. So west of where your house is right now.
I'm on the West Coast, yeah.
Yeah. So west of where your house is. I know you're on the West Coast, but west of wherever you live right now. Could be a town 20 minutes away. Could be a town an hour away. I'm not positive, but I just think that you're going to have an appointment that takes you to this place.
But Corrine, in general, do you see something like a remarriage for me in future, or I will be getting old by myself, like I will be single?
Well, that's not a bad thing to be old by yourself, and it's not a fate worse than death, but no. So yes, I mean, I see some man falling madly in love with you. I really, really do. I don't think you're going to be alone. I don't get that feeling at all. So you need to be open and explore,
I just want someone like a partnership relationship. So we'll travel together, we'll do things together. Maybe I'll get remarried. I wouldn't mind doing this and just spend my late years together with this person. I'm not interested to date many men. I'm not that young woman anymore.
Yeah. No, I hear you. But I mean, like I said, yes, I do. You're not going to be alone. If you come back in 10 years, wherever I am, and you tell me you're alone, I'd be shocked. Or 5 years even, I think that you will find someone, and you will be with somebody for the rest of your life. So please don't worry about that.
Yeah, it would be nice to have someone. Well, thank you so much, Corrine, and happy holidays to you, to both of you, and Chris.
Thank you so much for calling in. Good luck.
Thank you.
Stay open. Sometimes I say to people, like, you're going to meet somebody, and then they go, I really am not interested in guys with this. But sometimes you got to meet that person because they're the person that's going to introduce you to the person. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
you gotta kind of go with it. You know what I mean? To help bring it across the finish line. The universe will do half the work, and you do the other half.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I agree.
Okay. Thank you
All right,
so
good
much,
luck.
ladies. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right, there we go. No, who's that?
No.
Kathleen. Hi, Kathleen. And so there.
Does Kathleen want to talk?
No, I don't know. Do you want to talk? Unmute your damn self. No, she doesn't want to talk.
Okay. I was just wondering if you had the same incidents as me, Kathleen, in trying to get orders out when people are so incredibly late with their orders. I mean, not that I had tons of orders, but the orders I had were like, I need this by Christmas. It's like, okay, man, you know, it's 5 days before Christmas. What do you want me to do about it? I can't do anything about it, you know?
Yeah. You want me to, like, hook my dog sled team up and drive it right over to you now?
Totally. And it's like, you know, if they're willing to pay for the freight or whatever to get it there the next day, then that's one thing. But
That's
they can't expect, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, anyway, yeah. So, you know who I've been talking to a lot lately, and I absolutely adore, and she's really become such a fantastic friend of mine, is Jenny.
Oh, yeah, Jenny's awesome.
Oh, my God. And it's like, we were talking the other night. She was doing a healing on me, actually.
Nice.
I didn't realize what she did. She did a healing on my friend Sharon. We did it together. And so the other night we were talking, and she said, let's do it on you. And I said, okay. And so she goes through your body, and she says, this, you know, did this happen to you? Did this happen to you or whatever? And then she clears out whatever, you know, might be stuck in your body. So I just love her. And at the end of the conversation, I said, you know, how lucky are we, even though, Chris, we've gone through so many friends, right, that have come and gone.
Yeah.
And just, you know, like, it's just like, okay, so, all right, so that was a lesson, maybe, whatever. But, I mean, how fortunate that we can connect with these people that actually get it. And I said to Jenny, I said, she sent me this thing for Christmas, and I'm like, man, and then she sent me these other two things that I'm not going to get into, but I said, you out-sweet me, Jenny. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, it's like, you know, I thought I was the sweetest. Now you are. But anyways, I mean, I just adore her, and I'm just so happy, you know, through you, Chris, really, a conduit again, through you to know her better and to be friends with her. It's just such a blessing, you know.
Oh no, Jenny's good people. Jenny and Tom. Awesome people. Awesome people. That's awesome. That's good. That's nice to know. Really
Yeah.
nice to know. Speaking of, I have to get a hold of Yvette. It was her birthday yesterday.
Whose birthday?
Yvette.
Oh, it's that. I know. I forgot about it.
That's how.
Shit. I'll send her some food.
Corrine, it will feed the world one person at a time. Okay, so we're supposed to go. I need to have a link, Diane. I'm not a Facebook person. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
She said that she saw something on a friend's page that relates to what we were saying. So, give me your account, or somebody give me the damn link.
Yeah. She says,
well, so she's making me do all the work. I'm trying to run an effing show right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ask for a little help. See, she's the one that wants to help everybody all the time. She wants to help everybody. So I'm like calling out and crying out in vain for help. Help, get me the link. I'm trying to run a show and I cannot be running all over to browsers. And she's all like, I'm on your friends list. Go get it your damn self. And so So this is our very helpful Diane. She's still unmuted too. Still unmuted. You're still unmuted, just so you know.
You cracked me up, Chris. I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure this out. I'm used to somebody just saying, "Okay, I'll go look."
You're used to letting someone else do all the work. Yes.
No.
That's like, what's your phone number? I don't know. I never call my damn self. Right.
That's how that ain't gonna work. I don't know how to.
So,
all right, I'll go damn well have to do it myself.
I'm trying to.
Not rocket science, Jesus. Hang on, I'll go get it. Never mind. I could die of old age before you find me your Facebook link. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay.
Okay, so meanwhile, I want to bring up, I'm reading this book called Supernatural by Graham Hancock.
Uh-huh.
And he's talking about, in the first chapter, he's talking about a drug called, it's a natural thing. It's called ibogaine. And this drug, supposedly, when you take it, you can have encounters with the dead. Now, he did it. He said, I'm going to take it to figure out if this works. So he took it, and it's like a leaf from a plant in, where is it? Is it Mexico? Hold on. It's part of the dogbane family. It's in Africa. I'm sorry, it's in Africa. And so he took the thing and he threw up a bunch of times, which is normal, right? So you get really sick when you take this.
Excellent. And I can think of a happier time. Yeah.
No kidding. But this whole community that professes that you can contact your dead loved ones through it, like, don't mind getting sick, but it's like, oh my God, it's dizzy, sick, throwing up, and just out of sorts completely. So anyways, he took it and he did all that things. He threw up, he got really sick, but he saw all these beings in the room, and he didn't see the people. There was 2 people with him going through this. And he didn't see those people, but he saw all these other people, among them his father who had died. But he didn't really talk to the father. And so I don't know, the verdict's out on whether this thing can actually connect you with the dead. However, when you're half dead, I expect that you're going to be able to connect with the dead. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Well, that's how you communicate with them. They bring you right to death with it. And,
totally. They're like, I'm here to help you over, Yeah. But anyways, it's like, man, whatever.
So here's what I think Diane wanted us to read. So here. So today I was walking in the supermarket and suddenly I heard a noise of things breaking. I walked down the aisles and saw that some people were murmuring. When I walked down their aisle, I saw a group of people staring at them. An older lady had hit the shelf containing plates and glasses with her cart, and many had fallen to the ground and broken. Kneeling on the floor, embarrassed, the old lady was frantically picking up the shattered pieces while her husband peeled off the barcode from each broken dish, saying, "See, now we have to pay for this all." What a sad scene. Someone has a mishap and all eyes were on her. When I knelt beside her to explain to her not to worry, a young man came and knelt beside us and said, "Leave it. We will pick this up. Let's get your information so you can go to the hospital and have that wound in your hand looked at." The lady looked at him embarrassed and said, "No, but I have to pay for all of this." And the young man said, "No, ma'am, we have insurance for that kind of loss and you don't have to pay for anything." So when the young man got up, I could see that he had the information for the supermarket manager and sent the customer to get checked out. So for all of you who have read this so far, I would like to give you a minute, wherever you are, close your eyes and imagine God doing the same for you. Collect the pieces of your broken heart for all the blows that life has thrown you. God will heal all your wounds, and I assure you that your sins and mistakes will be forgiven. There is a warranty called grace. that when you recognize that you were wrong and you accept God as your only Savior, the manager of the existence of the universe, God, will tell you everything's already paid for. Go on your way. You know what I mean? So anyway, so there you go.
I thought it was beautiful.
Yeah, it's nice. You know, it's nice, except for the accept God as your Savior part.
Yeah,
but,
I didn't.
but I'm with the spirit. I'm with the spirit of it. You know what I mean? I'm in a complete agreement with the spirit of it, and I believe, you know, that's a little bit of that too. Yes, you know what I mean. And so, you know, that which we carry with us is a credit from somewhere else, you know what I mean? And,
right.
And so, and we don't know how many times we've cashed in those credits either, you know what I'm saying? We don't know how something would have turned out if we didn't have that credit. And so, because if you knew how many credits you had and how many more, I only have to do nice things for one person and then I'll have enough credits. You know what I mean? Like, that's not the way it's supposed to work, right? I have to be nice to somebody so I can get enough credits for something I want. You know what I mean?
You know, like I've always said, I love to believe in an old-fashioned hell for some people, but I know that's not the way it is. You know what I mean? And so Nancy's asking an interesting question here. She's saying, Corrine, when do you feel our vibrations will be able to receive free energy? We have had many scientists that have been murdered with their patents. And I'm saying I think we can receive free energy for our personal beings right now. I think that's absolutely attainable for us right now. In terms of free energy for our electricity and things like this, I don't think that's going to be available, you know. But for ourselves, we already have free energy, Nancy. It's like already in us, you know what I mean? The energy that we have within us. There is, like I've said in the past, is naturally in certain environments in the world, like Palermo, Italy, and the Himalayas, and things like this, but that free energy, they already have it within our beings. So I'm not sure exactly what you're asking, but no, you didn't have any. You had one bad spelling there, not many.
Oh my God, Corrine, really?
Well, she said sorry for the bad spelling.
Oh man, Corrine would have been a great, teacher.
Oh. It would have been. So here's the thing, you guys. Last night, my friend Julie's here, and Julie has this friend, Kim, that I'm friends with also. Sort of, not really that good of friends with her, but I'm friends with her on Facebook, and I've met her a bunch of times. Now, whenever you get together with Kim, she's like, love and light. And I'm like, yeah, shove and blight. You know, that's what I'm after. So, but the thing is, so she's telling Julie, now Julie's been a best friend of mine for 30 years, almost 30 years now. Mm-hmm. And Julie feels awful when Kim starts telling her, I'm teaching you, Julie. Mm-hmm. I'm teaching you to be spiritual and, to whatever. And I'm like, oh my God. I mean, does she realize, and I even talked to Renee about this because actually Kim is a client of Renee's as well, through me. And I talked to Renee about, not to put words in Renee's mouth, but in other words, Julie is so much more spiritual than Kim is. Yeah. And Kim's sitting there saying, I'm teaching you have to learn to open up, you have to learn to accept, you have to learn, this and that. And I said, her saying all those things is just proof that she is not that.
Yeah. All that advice is for herself, man.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I'm just like, but Julie gets really hurt by that. She's like, what am I, an idiot? And I said, no, you're not an idiot at all. You don't even understand how beautiful you are and what you do all the time and who you are. And I mean, but, you know, she's not going to listen to me, probably. She's going to listen to the more, you know, Kim saying, you know, you're not this and you're not that yet, and I'm teaching you to be this and that. And it's like, get the hell out of here. You know what I mean?
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Well,
So
that's what we used to say, is the ones that have to tell you how good they are aren't that good.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And Renee, not to say what Renee said, but Renee she completely understood where I was coming from when I talked to her about it. But anyway, and I knew she would. I mean, I knew Renee got it. But the point is this. Yeah, when somebody's telling you how great they are and they're fucking language stars, showing off like that they, you know this and they know that. And have you heard of this? Have you heard of that? It's like, get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
They're running off ego.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they're doing. They're running off ego.
Yeah.
I have no time for that kind of stuff. Mm-mm.
And you can tell it a mile away. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, you can. Yes, you can. Yeah, so...
But
were
in
you
the meanwhile, it's just...
Were you there
Go
when
ahead,
she was saying? Were you there when she was saying all of this to your friend?
No, but I said to her because
all right.
she's
Because I was
awesome.
going to say, shoot, this doesn't sound like you. I know you. You would have stepped right up and said something. Said, whoa.
Oh, totally. No. And I said, and she's like, why don't you get together? Julie's like, why don't you get together with me and Kim? And I said, you know, I'm hesitant to because I'm going to get so flabbergasted about her arrogance that I'm going to probably end up bawling her out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't want that to happen because I like Kim to a certain degree, but I know me, and if I see her doing that, I'm definitely going to call her out on it, and it's not going to be pretty, you know?
Right. Well, you know, maybe that's what she needs to hear from somebody. Maybe somebody needs to kind of put her in her place, so to speak.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, she definitely needs a smackdown, you know?
Send her to what was his name? Moss something or other? Have him do a smackdown.
Marty the Moss. Yeah, Marty the Moss.
Marty the Moss. Oh, shit. I'm sorry. Not supposed to say that. My bad.
No, but I said to Marty, how real is this wrestling? I mean, how real is it really? I mean, and he freaking, it was so funny because his answer was, well, I have 19 stitches and I have a broken this and a broken that. I said, okay, so you're trying to say it's real. And he goes, I'm saying it's real, but we have a story to tell and we tell the story.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I understand. So, I mean, he really wriggled out of it in a very clever way, but...
Yeah, I mean, like, it's, you know, falling or, you know, getting slammed around like that all day long, it hurts no matter which way. But, yeah, it's scripted, very much scripted. Absolutely scripted. Who's going to win,
Right.
what dirty tricks they're going to play outside the ring, blah, blah, blah.
So what did I miss? What did I miss?
Hey, Amy, how are you?
Amy, you missed so much.
I was hanging out. I finally got to see my new grandson.
Oh, nice! Yay!
He's real sweet. He's fun. He really. It's funny because I'm not much of a baby person, but him and I really clicked. So,
nice.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting their personalities, you know. And then the other two. Well, Corrine has a crush on my oldest one. And then he's like, they're all so different. And then the middle one, he's just like really attractive and whatever. And my oldest one, he's like really like troubled, like not troubled, but yeah, troubled. Like he would make a good like, you know, Kurt Cobain or something like that. But now the new one, he's like, oh no, I can't quite explain it. So anyway, so that was that.
Right on. Did you have to show proof and evidence of your vaccination?
Yeah, she was. I just brought a bunch of presents. So.
There you go.
I just go blowing in with like, throwing money around. Anyway, but now I'm going. Now I'm on my way to the hotel because I can't stay there 'cause it's too much. It's too much.
Oh yeah.
And then, whatever.
Amy.
And then I'm not allowed to stay there on Christmas Eve because last year apparently I kept my oldest grandson up till 4 a.m. because we were tracking Santa. But you would think that that would be a good thing because I so he still believes in Santa. But they probably don't want him to believe in Santa because it's cheaper that way.
Yeah.
Amy, did you get a feeling when you were looking at your new grandson? Did you get any kind of feeling from him? Like any kind of feeling from him?
From the new one?
Yeah.
Yeah, like he's. How would I explain it? Wait, I gotta figure out where I am. I don't know if I'm going the right way. I always get so lost. He. Wait a minute. I went the wrong way. La-di-da. The newest one, he's like, he's wise. He's, all right, turn around in this church. Oh, Lord. Have mercy. Yeah, he's like wise. Definitely, has, an older soul. Like he doesn't seem, I can't explain. He doesn't seem like needy. He seems kind of like very self-sufficient. Like doesn't even really need parents.
Yeah.
Just needed someone to land them here.
Yeah, there you
Which
go.
makes sense because they've already had 2 kids, and the oldest one is 9. You kind of run out of energy. Not, you know what I mean? Like it's just not that interesting anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's good. That's good, though. Too bad that, you can't. That's so dumb. We kept our child up too late. We can't stay Christmas Eve.
I'm at the wrong exit. Maybe not. Oh, God.
I know.
Oh, well, I have to find the stupid. But,
it's tough.
But, now maybe it's up here. Why is this so difficult? Just a hotel. Oh, here it is. Anyway, I'm exhausted. So, yeah, I get a feeling from him that he's very self-sufficient. He'll be fine. He won't need a lot of care. Wait, no, I'm still going. I'm getting pulled over because I'm driving like I'm drunk, but it's just I don't even know why I drive Uber because I can't see at night. It's a little bit of a problem. So the other day I picked up this guy. It was so great. I couldn't tell what I was picking up. He had like a foreign name, like a Middle Eastern name, and I was picking him up in this really expensive suburb. And so I get there, and it's this kid standing out there, and he wanted to sit in the front seat, which is a little bit weird, but I just let passengers do whatever they want. He was here for a medical school, not a medical school, for like his residency internship interview. And he's a Muslim from Mississippi. I'm like, you're a Muslim from Mississippi? And he goes, I know. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
He's like my new best friend. It was just so interesting. He was like trying to figure out where to, because he had to interview at like 14 places. I'm like, you had to go to like 14 places? I mean, can you imagine how much that costs on top of medical school? Like, you have to go to 14 places, like going on 14 vacations. And it was just so interesting. So it was good because I wasn't driving, because I really don't. It's not like my favorite thing to do because I really don't like to drive. And I wasn't like under the gun for money. So I was really being, I don't know, whatever. But then when I drove him, it was like so inspiring. He was like so inspiring. It was just so fascinating. It was like such a privilege to like get a chance to get to know him. So now I'm all on board with Ubering again, but now I'm in Louisville, and all I can do I can't do Uber people in Louisville. I can only do Uber food deliveries, and they're gross. They smell up your car, and I don't know. They're just not all that. Hold on. I still have to do something in this, guys. God damn it. Oh. I'm such a bad driver.
Oh, Amy.
Well, usually when I'm driving for Uber, I'm not talking on the phone. So,
yeah.
But anyway, I'm trying to find a stupid hotel. I've only been here like 100 times, but anyway, I got it. So what did I miss on the show?
Oh, I just was babbling about all the interesting things that have happened lately. I mean, not much. I mean, a lot, but not much,
Did you do readings?
Yeah, I did a reading for Anna, and
Anna, the what? Anna?
No, Roxana. Roxana.
Okay.
Yeah, we can dish after.
Who else is here?
Let's dish after Chris turns the recording off.
Because I gotta fly and make a call. But Corrine, you'll have to call back in then. You know what I mean? I'm happy.
Well, I have to check in, so I'll just find you on Facebook.
Okay.
Okay.
That works.
All right, so no one wants to keep talking?
If you guys
I'll
do
keep talking, I just have to check in.
Yeah, you have to call back though, Corrine. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because you're on my Skype line right now.
So if I call back right now, is it going to work?
Yeah, call back.
Okay, I'm going to hang up here.
I'll stay on the phone, but I might not be there right this second because I have to talk to the check-in.
So what I'm gonna do is just.
So you're going to hang up.
I'm just going to officially end the show and then stop recording, and then we'll worry about the rest of it after. And so we have our next show is on Wednesday with Kathleen, and so that's when we're back. So we'll see you guys back here then.